What is going on, you wonderful people? My name is Jay, and welcome to a mini episode of Chilling with the Ohmies podcast. Now, before we get into the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the little notification bell. That way you guys will receive all the channel notifications and you can keep up to date with all the latest videos. But now that's out of the way, let's get into this mini episode of Chilling with the Ohmies podcast. Now, you guys may be wondering, Jay, where are your guests? Why is it just you in your shop on your own? Now, I've kind of been forced in this position, but I also wanted to do this style of video. I absolutely love doing the Chilling with the Ohmies podcast, and I absolutely love the format that we've got, the guests that have come on, the feedback from you guys. It's been so good, so thank you so much. But this week, we had two guests lined up, and life happens, things happened, and we've had to get them rearranged, which is no one's fault. It's just the way the world works. So rather than not upload something for you guys, I just thought I'd do a sit-down mini version of the podcast because there is actually something that I want to talk about. So first of all, I want to talk about Vape Expo. Now, you guys are probably already bored with this, and I get that. I'm just really excited that we got to experience it through EL Science, through Phoenix, managed to take Nick, meet a lot of you guys. It was just an amazing experience all round, for us anyway. I know a lot of people have been moaning about it, but it's not going to please everyone. Something dropped on social media last night before. I mean, I know this is going out on Sunday, and I'm recording this Thursday, I think. So I think it was either Tuesday night or Wednesday night. Something went on Instagram, it went on Facebook, and I was tagged in this quite a bit. And it's something that I just really want to talk about. So I thought, why not, not miss an upload, sit here and talk to you guys, a bit more of a conversational with yourselves, have a little chat about this topic, and, just chill with the Ohmies. That was really bad, I'm sorry. But what I want to talk about is Vape Jam 2020 has come out and said that they are cancelling the show this year. Which, I mean, I'm going to go through the post they put and kind of read it with you guys, because I haven't really digested all of it. But I've got the Expo bug now. Met some amazing people. I want to go to every single Expo this year if I can. And then I'm like, cool, we're gonna, get the content out for you guys, keep it consistent. Nick has been going insane. So, and I mean insane with the whole managerial side of the channel. So for some of you guys who don't know, she's taken it upon herself to, to be fair, it makes so much sense and things are running so much smoothly with her. She's taken on board scheduling. So she's really good and really anal when it comes to scheduling stuff. You should literally see her calendar. It's ridiculous. And she was like, look, you're all over the place. You know what you want to do, but you'd rather focus on the editing side, recording side, just typically the social media side. She was like, look, let me just schedule stuff for you. So you know day by day what you're doing, when you're coming and going. Because yet again, for some of you guys who don't know, I still work a full-time job as a store manager for Phoenix. So with full-time job and then YouTube, which is becoming full-time, on top of that, it's very hectic for me. And I just need to know what I'm doing day to day. So Nick's taken it on board and she's run away with it. So now I have literally a structure for the next 2, 3, 4 weeks of day to day, what I'm doing. And video-wise, I think we're scheduled up for like 6 to 8 weeks, which is just absolutely mental. And Expo changed that for us. So I know I've derived a little bit, but hey, this is part of the mini podcast, right? This is what I do. So with that, which actually segues into what I'm actually trying to say, is because we've got all these scheduled bits of content coming out and meeting with certain people, having guests for the podcast, etc., because more and more people want to get involved, which is amazing. The sort of double-edged sword to that is we're planning around expos to try and make sure we can get there, to try and make sure whether a company wants us to go with them, if we're just going on our own, whether we're going with you guys. So to hear this, I mean, I'm quite fortunate that I've read it and people tagged me in it straight away. So it wasn't like sprung on me a few days or a week before. But I just want to read you what their important notice is and kind of just break it down, because I've never been to a Vape Jam. I've never been to any of the other Vape Expos. Vape Expo London, February 2020 was the worst. First, I was going to say the worst I've been to. It's the only one I've been to, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So, I've just had something to eat. I was kind of rushing it down. It's been a busy day at work. So I get tagged in this important notice, and it says, we regret to inform you that the CBD Expo and Vape Jam UK will not be taking place in 2020, which sucks, let's be honest. It says this difficult decision was reached after extensive consultation with our exhibitors, partners, and sponsors. Our organisation strives to produce professional trade shows that uphold industry standards, providing the best possible conditions and service for our patrons. Which I highly respect that having them to really take care about what sort of show they're putting on and what sort of reception it receives. Obviously, like, they need to be perceived in a certain way, otherwise I wouldn't keep doing it. But that just says that, we want to make sure it's as high a standard as possible, and I respect that. Unfortunately, due to a number of unforeseen circumstances, we can no longer proceed with the 2020 shows. So this isn't just the one that was meant to be coming up, I think, in April. This is like the whole year. That's it. No vape jams this year, which is really sad because, I mean, like I said, I've not really read through this. I skimmed it. But let's just see what their reasoning behind it is. The decision to postpone was made as we want to do our absolute best for our exhibitors, our sponsors, and visitors. One of the key factors was the uncertainty introduced to the UK's Food Standard Agency. While the deadline and basic guidelines allow existing products to be sold, no new brands can be released on the market, nor is there a certainty that existing brands won't be subject to removal by the FSA on the show floor. Therefore, we believe this creates an unfair pressure on the exhibitors to exhibit in the midst of this uncertainty. What? Well, if you guys understand this better than me, then by all means comment below and let me know. But from what I'm seeing there, it's like, oh, well, the new brands can't come in because they might not meet a standard yet. Well, if they meet a standard, they can come in. That's literally the point. But like we said, it's a relatively new thing, and they want to keep it a fair playground. I mean, it kind of makes it unfair for the people that can go because they've already been through the hoops, ticked all the boxes, and they're ready to go. But I don't know. Let's carry on. As the UK's first electronic cigarette trade event, it's always been our utmost importance for Vape Jam UK to hold an industry standard and to put out the best possible conditions and service for all of our exhibitors, partners, and visitors. I swear I've repeated this like 4 times in the same statement. The ethics and standard with which we embarked on the CBD Expo, the circumstances hindering our ability to perform up to those standards have ultimately driven us to the conclusion of not moving forward with the shows in 2020. We appreciate your commitment, support, and understanding. We hope for your continued support and with the continued growth and development for both the CBD and vape industries, which we fully intend to be a part of, the CBD Expo and the Vape Jam UK team. Okay. Well, I don't really know what to get from that. It's the CBD market in the UK is slowly growing. Well, I say slowly growing, it's rapidly growing. But there has been a few hindrances recently this year with trying to ban edibles and gummies that contain CBD. I don't know why. The e-liquid seems to be fine. The oils, the muscle balms, moisturizers, they seem to be fine with that. But for some reason, the edible side of stuff, the government is kind of like, we're not sure if we should allow that. And I don't know why. Now, like I said, the first thing that comes to mind is if there are a lot of exhibitors and a lot of e-liquid or CBD companies that have ticked the boxes, jumped through the hoops, done what needs to be done to become a higher standard in the grand scheme of things of like, you must have X, Y, Z, you have this, great, you are now at a certain standard. If they've got that and they've got enough of them, they should still put on the show. Because what they've done now, or even if they didn't want to put on April's, but they want to go, say, I think they do the other one in September, October time. Maybe if they just wanted to go, right, okay, we'll shut off the April one. We'll make sure everyone can get up to scratch, and then we'll put on the second show of the year, and we'll just make that even bigger and even better. It just seems to be a bit of a cop-out. Now, I have seen a lot of people in the comments saying, oh, well, CBD shouldn't be in the vaping industry and blah, blah, blah. I totally do not agree with that. Like, CBD is one of the biggest parts or biggest new industries that can be linked with vaping heavily and can help people so much. We have so many customers that are on CBD and it works wonders for them. Whether it is the e-liquids that we make, whether it is the muscle balms or the gummies or things like that, we have such a good reception with CBD, and having a device that is safe to use rather than It's like, smoking a cigarette that's CBD infused or whatnot. Having that vape side of it is amazing. And it's another tool for the CBD market to branch out into. And I think everything's fair game. As long as it's above standards, they're doing nothing shady and nothing dodgy, it's fair game for everyone, surely. I don't know. I just think calling off all 2020 shows, that's a bold thing to do. I mean, a lot of people were saying that with obviously the Vapor Expo we went to, certain companies couldn't get out because of the coronavirus outbreak. There's nothing you can do about that. That's understandable. The trains were delayed. It heavily impacted the sort of waves and traffic of people coming in massively. A few of the people that come up to see the expo and meet myself, they spend like 4 or 5 hours on a train to do like an hour and a half journey. That's commitment for a start, but they still made the effort, and it was still a decent turnout for the circumstances going against the expo. They also had Storm Dennis across the weekend, and honestly, that destroyed so much stuff. And I'm not saying physically, but I mean it just made everything go against the event. But they didn't just cancel it. They didn't go, well, there's so many things going against us right now, so we'll just take the easy route, annoy a load of people, have made commitments, made plans, and just not do it. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think the Vape Jam should be going ahead, or do you think they should stop the April show but do a bigger show later on in the year? Like I said, leave a comment down below. I'm just genuinely interested to know your thoughts, and I love having a conversation with you guys in the comment section because you guys are amazing. And I always say, I'll go blue in the face. I will always say this because I appreciate every single one of you. Taking time out of your day to watch my content, it's insane. But for me, I don't know, man. Like, I've got the Expo bug. I want to go to as many as I can. And they didn't take the easy route of Vape Jam I'm talking about now. Vape Jam didn't take the easy route and say coronavirus, certain people can't come out because of this. Because even though that was against the Vapor Expo in London, they still hired people to be on the stalls so they could still be there representing that company. There's always a way around things, and I don't understand how they've come to that decision. But like I said, I'm thankful that they've made this decision at the end of February rather than, the end of March when things were getting very, very close to the expo. I don't know, man. Also, I cannot put down this Druga Narada. So good. And the last thing I wanted to touch on is something that I'm very aware of, something that a few of my close friends have mentioned, and it's something that I just want to address straight up. It's nothing bad. It's and some people watching this, some of the regular viewers and the core subscribers will say it's not a problem, but I just want to make this clear. I always give honest reviews. Now, we are a relatively new vaping channel in terms of if you was to compare us to other vape channels, right? We've been doing dedicated vaping content since around mid-July last year. One of my close friends said, all of your reviews are all good on every product you've touched. And he said, if you keep doing that, then over time, you're going to lose credibility because everyone just thinks that you're saying, everything's amazing. And I never want to be that person. However, when I explained to him that, one, the type of person I am, which he knows, and two, the sort of angle I'm coming from, kind of understood it. And I just wanted to clear it up in case any of you are thinking, you've not actually said anything's bad. Because of the position we're in with the channel, I give honest reviews. If I think something is trash, I will tell you it's trash. And I kind of touched on it, improved it a little bit when I did my favorite pod systems I reviewed this 2019. And I went over the Indican Gala again. Because at first I was like, this is actually all right. It's not the best thing, but it will do the job. If you want something cheap and cheerful and something that's going to deliver you nicotine with a little bit of flavor. I went back to, that in the 5 products I reviewed video. I said, this is trash. Don't buy it. I made a mistake. I hold my hands up. But the other angle for that is where we are a relatively new channel in terms of everyone else. I started doing vape reviews because a lot of people said that, you've been working in the industry a while. Don't know why you do it. It's a passion of yours. And it took me a long time to kind of come to terms with that. And then I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I love making videos. I love cinematography. I love photography. I love vaping. If I can collide them all together, it'd be amazing. And the support, like I said, has been unbelievable. So I really appreciate it. But when you're starting out, you don't just start out getting sent stuff. And the company I work for weren't really that interested. And I hope they don't mind me saying that, because to be honest, they weren't. Sean even said it in the vlog where we went up to Peterborough. I've been going on about it for such a long time, and they were just too slow to react. So the first sort of, reviews you're getting out, and while you're getting your rhythm and you're finding your style of what you enjoy, I'm genuinely reviewing stuff that I love because it's an easy video to make. And I don't mean easy as in it's not as hard. It's easy to say things about it because I'm like, oh, the Nunchaku, one of my favorite all-time sub-ohm tanks ever. Yeah, let's do a video on it. It makes sense. And we're slowly coming out of that period now, where there's a backlog of devices from all the experience I've had in the industry and stuff I'm still learning, that the reviews are always going to be changing. Maybe the scenery might change, the B-roll might change, but the structure will stay the same. But there will be products I review that are just trash. And I'll be like, look, this is trash. And, whatever. But I just wanted to clear up with you guys that because of the sort of stuff I'm doing and how early on we are really in terms of everyone else and trying to, not say catch up, but we're going at our own pace. Everything seems to be amazing because I'm genuinely reviewing things I like to start with. Because why wouldn't you? I'm just going to randomly go, I know I don't like this device. I'm going to review it, slag it off and throw it against the wall. It might give me a few extra views, but I'm not really achieving anything. Whereas what I'm trying to do, you guys, is be as transparent as possible. I spoke to a few friends about the situation tonight, and some of them were like, oh, just don't upload. And one of my friends, Sam, who's been on the podcast, was as a filmmaker side of things as well. He went, do the podcast on your own, man. I was like, oh, that's what I was thinking to do. He's like, honestly, be as transparent as you can with your audience. Tell them that you had 2 guests and life got in the way and we've had to reschedule. They're going to respect you long term for that, rather than just not uploading and going, oh, well, he's not consistent, or oh, he says this and does completely opposite. So I know we went on a slight tangent. I just wanted to clear it up because there are a few companies that I don't like. And if you guys want to see me do a video where I explain why I don't like them, not just slagging them off, but why I don't like them, or aspects of the companies I don't like, then leave a comment. Let me know. There are quite a few, and it will get to a time where I will have to review one of their products. And then I can obviously tell you the truth. But I also try and see the good in everything. And that's not just with devices. It's not just with this industry. It's with people. It's with everything. I'm the sort of person that goes with the flow, and the sort of person that always tries to see the good in everything. Because that's what my mum taught me to do as a kid. She always did the same. God rest her soul. But that's just something I've inherited and something I live by. So I'm not that type of person, personality-wise, to be very cynical and pick things out for the sake of it. I always try and take it for what it is and go, oh, okay. So, for example, the POC-X. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't like the POC-X, it's trash. Yeah, cool. But I'm looking at it from a new consumer coming into this industry. What starter kit is fairly decent to get you started? I'm not talking from an experienced vapor using one, from a new perspective. And I think that's where I come from, a slightly different perspective than a lot of reviewers, because I obviously work in the industry all the time. I'm not saying they don't, but I mean, on the front line, physically serving new customers, experienced customers, returning customers all day, every day. So with the reviews, I want to kind of be like, this is good for this, this, and this reason. This isn't as good for this. This is the type of vapor it's for. And try and target it a bit more to, oh, this kit, perfect for a starter. And it's just trying to get people to understand that I'm not just saying everything's amazing. I'm taking everything as it is, trying to see the good in it, and then highlighting what I wouldn't like or what wouldn't be ideal for a certain style of vapor. I don't know. Why don't you guys leave a comment and tell me what your thoughts are on the Vape Jam, what your thoughts are on the channel at the moment. Are you happy with where it's going? Would you like to see something different added to the channel? Let me know. I love talking to you guys. You guys are amazing. I love talking to you guys. We get engaged so much in the comment section and through other social media platforms. It's honestly amazing. So if there's anything you want to talk about, anything you want to say, either leave it, comment section here on my daily my Instagram stories, through Twitter, through Facebook, even on the community tab that we've got on the channel. I always look at them, I always check them up, and make sure I'm always responding back to you guys. I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Oh, at the moment, I'm vaping raspberry eclair in the Druga Eliza Nixel. Oh, so good. If you haven't had it, you need it. But yeah, right, I'm going to wrap it up today. Hope you did enjoy. And if you did, be sure to leave a like. Remember to subscribe and notifications turned on if you haven't already. Next week's podcast will be back to normal. We've rescheduled things. If you want to follow my day-to-day and see all the behind the scenes of how these videos are made, then make sure you follow my daily Instagram. My Instagram for daily Instagram stories. My Instagram for daily Instagram stories. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I repeat myself a lot at the end of these podcast bits that are long and not scripted. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Peace.